What if I told you that retirement, once seen as a well-earned reward after decades of hard work, is becoming increasingly unaffordable for many? Despite rising costs and financial uncertainty, millions are still managing to retire every year. How are they doing it? Stay with me until the end to uncover the truth behind why retirement is becoming a distant dream for some, while others seem to make it work against all odds. Today, we will talk about why retirement is becoming unaffordable and how millions are still managing to retire anyway. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. Why retirement is becoming so expensive. First, let's look at why retirement feels so unaffordable today. Healthcare costs have shot up. Housing prices are breaking records. Even basic things like groceries, electricity, and gas are more expensive than ever. Experts say you'll need anywhere between $1 to $1.5 million to retire comfortably. But most people have nowhere near that amount saved. The math is sobering. If you're planning for a 25-year retirement, even $1 million only provides about $40,000 per year before taxes. And that's assuming your investments keep pace with inflation. Healthcare alone can consume a quarter of that. The average couple retiring today will need an estimated $315,000 just for medical expenses. Inflation is another silent retirement killer. Even modest inflation of 3% per year will cut your purchasing power in half over 24 years. That means the lifestyle that costs $50,000 today will require $100,000 2 decades from now. 2. The big pension disappearance. A major reason why retirement has become harder is the near disappearance of pensions. In the past, many companies offered defined benefit pension plans, which guaranteed workers a steady income for life after retirement. Today, that safety net is largely gone. Most people now rely on their 401k IRAs and personal savings to fund their retirement, putting all the responsibility and risk on the individual. Back in 1980, around 60% of private sector workers had access to a pension plan. Today, that number has dropped dramatically to less than 4%. The shift from employer-sponsored pensions to a do-it-yourself system means that individuals must take on the role of investment managers, actuaries, and financial planners. This change has shifted the burden of planning and saving for retirement onto workers themselves, creating a huge knowledge gap. Most people aren't trained in portfolio management or retirement planning, yet they are now tasked with making complex decisions that will affect their financial future. Without the necessary expertise, many struggle to make sound investment choices or even understand the risks involved. This puts a lot of pressure on individuals to navigate an increasingly complicated financial landscape and secure their own retirement, making it harder than ever for the average worker to retire comfortably. 3. Social Security isn't enough anymore. Social Security was never meant to be a person's sole source of retirement income, but for many, it has become a vital part of their financial plan. However, as costs of living rise and the average monthly payment hovers around $2,000, it's clear that Social Security no longer meets the needs of most retirees. The annual $24,000 from Social Security falls just above the poverty threshold for a couple and is often insufficient to cover essential expenses like rent, utilities, healthcare, groceries, and transportation. Compounding the problem is the uncertainty surrounding the future of the Social Security Trust Fund. If no significant legislative changes are made, experts predict that benefits may be cut in the 2030s due to projected shortfalls in funding. This creates a major challenge for individuals in their 40s and 50s who are trying to plan their future retirement as they face the possibility of receiving less support than expected. Moreover, when Social Security was first introduced in 1935, life expectancy was much lower than it is today. People typically lived only into their early 60s, but now retirees can expect to live well into their 80s or beyond. As a result, the system is now burdened with supporting people for far longer than it was designed to. This extended lifespan, combined with an increasing number of retirees, puts a strain on Social Security, making it even more critical for individuals to find alternative ways to save and invest for retirement. 4. So why are millions still retiring? Even though retirement is becoming more challenging, many people are still finding ways to make it work by thinking outside the box. With the cost of living rising, retirees are getting creative to maintain their lifestyle. One common approach is geographic arbitrage, where people move to more affordable areas, either within the U.S. or abroad. For instance, retirees are leaving expensive cities like San Francisco and relocating to places like the Midwest, the South, or even overseas to countries like Portugal, Panama, or Thailand, where their Social Security benefits go much further. A couple receiving $3,000 a month from Social Security might struggle in a high-cost city, but could live comfortably in places like Medellin, Colombia, or Chiang Mai, Thailand. In addition to geographic moves, many retirees are embracing the gig economy, using part-time or flexible work to supplement their income. This bridge employment allows them to stay engaged without sacrificing the freedom of retirement. Some are driving for rideshare companies, renting out spare rooms on Airbnb, selling handmade crafts online, or consulting in their former professions. These side gigs offer the flexibility to work when needed while still enjoying retirement. Moreover, many retirees are simply adjusting their expectations, opting for a more modest lifestyle. Instead of focusing on material possessions, they're prioritizing experiences and enjoying what life has to offer in simpler ways. Whether it's downsizing homes or shifting their priorities, retirees are finding creative ways to live fulfilling lives without relying solely on Social Security. 5. The power of planning and mindset. Retirement success often comes down to careful planning and the right mindset. Those who start saving early, live below their means, and stay flexible about what retirement looks like tend to navigate retirement more successfully. For many, retirement isn't about completely stopping work. It's about slowing down, shifting careers, or even pursuing freelance work that's enjoyable and meaningful. The most successful retirees share certain habits that set them up for financial security. They often start saving consistently in their 30s or earlier, taking advantage of the power of compound growth. They also maintain diversified investment portfolios that are aligned with their risk tolerance and long-term goals. A key to their success is developing clear spending plans which distinguish between essential needs and non-essential wants, helping them stay on track. Beyond financial preparation, psychological readiness plays a crucial role in retirement satisfaction. Studies show that retirees who have strong social connections and engage in meaningful activities before retirement tend to report higher levels of happiness regardless of income. Those who view retirement as an opportunity for personal growth and new experiences tend to adjust better than those who see it as just an escape from the daily grind. Cultivating hobbies, building relationships, and staying mentally active can make a significant difference in how retirees enjoy their golden years. 6. Building your retirement resilience. What practical steps can you take today to build a more secure retirement future? First, maximize tax-advantaged retirement accounts like 400 and Onyx and IRAs. The power of tax-deferred growth is substantial, especially over decades. If your employer offers a match, that's free money you shouldn't leave on the table. Next, build an emergency fund separate from your retirement savings. Having 3 to 6 months of expenses readily available prevents you from tapping retirement accounts during financial emergencies, which can trigger taxes and penalties while derailing your long-term plans. Consider working with a financial advisor to develop a retirement income strategy. This includes determining a sustainable withdrawal rate, optimizing Social Security claiming decisions, and creating a tax-efficient withdrawal sequence from various accounts. Health is wealth, especially in retirement. Investing in preventative healthcare and fitness now can dramatically reduce medical expenses later. Similarly, building and maintaining strong social connections helps both emotional well-being and provides practical support systems as you age. Finally, think about your housing strategy. For many, their home is their largest asset. Downsizing, relocating to a lower-cost area, or exploring options like reverse mortgages can transform an illiquid asset into retirement income. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thanks for watching.